Welcome to my views and news, another video for you. First news stories from Wolkait. Wolkait, Humera, Sagade, Western Tigray. One of the core issues between Tigray and Amhara regions unresolved, obviously. Tigray forces, I reported in a previous video, are making preparations to attack Wolkait. Now we have more details for you. In two zones, preparations are underway. Second news story is about a campaign, social media campaign. A petition is being prepared for provision of internet in Tigray. Elon Musk will be approached. This petition will be submitted to Elon Musk with thousands of signatures. He is providing satellite internet in Ukraine. And lastly, Djibouti, where 3 days ago in an attack, some Djibouti's soldiers were killed. Some were killed, wounded, and some are still missing. Around 6 are missing. After that, we saw mobilization of Djibouti's military towards Ethiopia-Eritrea border. Incident happened on Djibouti-Ethiopia border, not far away from Djibouti-Eritrea border as well. Now, a top-level Djibouti's security delegation is in Ethiopia. It has held meetings with top Ethiopian officials like Ridwan Hussein. Are attackers from Ethiopia? Does FRUD, FRUD, have bases in Ethiopia? Or does Djibouti want Ethiopian support for the release of its soldiers and maybe Eritrean support as well through Ethiopia? Firstly, Wolkait viewers, Humera, Sagade, Wolkait, Western Tigray. Though almost on all fronts, Tigray forces are defending. They are in defensive mode. From afar, today we know that TDF and FR militia has launched a new offensive from Birale on Mount Esta towards Tigray. So, Tigray forces on the defensive side. Wallo, they retreated and now they are in control of some high places to the east and west of Kobo, Jamado, parts of Zobel as well. But this deployment is again defensive. They want to stop movement of Amhara forces, ENDF, into Tigray from Wallo. Then northern fronts as well. TDF is defending. Adegrat, Rama, Shere. Only one front where TDF is making offensive preparations is Wolkait. Not in Wolkait. TDF wants to enter Wolkait. In a previous video, we reported that TDF was planning to enter Wolkait from areas to the west of Edi Arke through Waldiba monastery. Some people say that from Sudan side as well, similar offensive will be launched. A coordinated attempt will be made to enter Wolkait. Now, we have received information from two places from where this offensive is going to be launched. Firstly, from Edi Arke, then to Arma Dega, and then Wolkait. Edi Arke, Arma Dega, Wolkait. And secondly, Mesamre. Here, reportedly, thousands of Tigray fighters are being deployed. They're being sent. Heavy weapons seen on both fronts, in both places. Edi Arke from Arma Dega towards Wolkait, and in Mesamre. So preparations are almost complete. Some say TDF has started its advance, but we have no reliable information. But what we can confirm is that concentration of thousands of Tigray fighters is being seen to the west of Edi Arke and in Mesamre. We tried to get information from Sudan, side of Sudan, Ethiopia, but we could not. So maybe preparations could be there as well. What is TDF waiting for if it wants to enter Wolkait? It's not clear. Maybe it wants to see the outcome of Shire offensive from ENDF and EDF, from where we are receiving some reports about EDF and ENDF's advance towards Shire city. In next video, we'll talk about that. But on Wolkait front, reportedly preparations are complete. At this point of time, it is difficult to predict the outcome, likely outcome of this TDF's offensive. Because we have seen that in the last 2 years, multiple offensives on Wolkait by Tigray forces have failed. But this time, I think they are deploying thousands of their fighters. It's do or die. And TDF, while it's defending, it's do or die. On all fronts, TDF is not retreating from an inch of Tigray without fighting. It is fighting. Tigray fighters dying as well. Large number of casualties on both sides. TDF side as well. But TDF is not withdrawing from town, cities this time. And in Wolkait, they are now planning a major offensive, which could be a do or die offensive for TDF, I think, on this front. Secondly, viewers, a social media campaign is underway. A petition is being prepared with signatures of thousands of people to be sent to Elon Musk, satellite internet provider, Starlink company owner. The petition is a request to Elon Musk that he should provide satellite internet in Tigray. Elon Musk is providing internet in Ukraine, satellite internet. And that is why whatever is happening in Ukraine, it's on the secret. On daily basis, we are seeing pictures, videos, and it's easy for anyone who is interested in covering the war, Russia-Ukraine war, because people are using satellite internet, they are sharing pictures, videos. And in Iran as well, Elon Musk was considering provision of free satellite internet. Why? Because we know that in Iran, anti-government demonstrations have been going on for around 2 to 3 weeks. And US, Elon Musk is based in US. And US has been working for a regime change in Iran. US, Israel, other countries. And obviously, they want to use these demonstrations in Iran against Iranian government. Iranian government is already accusing US, Israel, Saudi Arabia. The 3 countries are fueling unrest in Iran. Interestingly, last week, US relaxed some sanctions on Iran, on the companies dealing with Iran. All sectors of Iranian economy are under sanctions for years. And sanctions were eased to enable Elon Musk's company Starlink to provide satellite internet in Iran. So people, Tigrayans have launched this campaign. They want Elon Musk to provide internet, satellite internet in Tigray as well. I personally don't see it happen. US interests matter. Where there are US interests, US will ask Elon Musk to provide internet, like in Ukraine, in Iran as well. Here, US is trying to portray itself as a mediator. Obviously, Ethiopian government would oppose this move from Elon Musk. But a campaign is underway. Let's see what happens. Thirdly, Djibouti top security delegation is in Ethiopia. Intelligence chief, chief of police, deputy chief of staff are in Ethiopia. Why? 3 days ago, in an attack on a Djibouti's military camp, some Djibouti soldiers were killed, 7 were killed, 4 were injured, 6 went missing, who are still missing. Djibouti did not accuse any government, any neighboring country, but unofficially, Djibouti's officials accused neighboring countries that FRUD, Front for Restoration of Unity and Democracy, had its basis in Eritrea and in Ethiopia as well. A FAR group, a FAR militia, FRUD, fought in Djibouti for years. Later, it laid down arms. One faction turned into a political party. Other went into hiding, you can say. Now, FRUD has been reactivated. Fingers are being pointed towards Eritrea. Eritrea-Djibouti relations have remained strained for decades, for around a decade. They fought a war as well, limited war. Now, when Djibouti's 6 soldiers are missing, its top security delegation is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Reportedly, Djibouti wants the release of its 6 soldiers, and it wants Ethiopia and Eritrea to take action against hideouts, against bases of FRUD in the two countries. FRUD is backed by some factions in Ethiopia, in the Afar region, and some say Eritrea trained thousands of FRUD fighters, and that is how it started these new attacks in Djibouti. Ethiopian government today condemned the attack on Djibouti's military base 3 days ago. It said that the attack was an act of terrorism, it was barbaric, and Ethiopia was standing with Djibouti to eradicate terrorism from the region. Ethiopia relies on Djibouti's ports for its imports and exports. Ethiopia cannot afford to be hostile towards Djibouti. So I think Ethiopia will negotiate for the release of, it will try to play its role in securing the release of Djibouti's 6 soldiers. And maybe Djibouti wants to approach Eritrea through Ethiopia. Djibouti-Eritrea relations are not very friendly. And we know that Ethiopia-Eritrea relations these days are very friendly. Both are fighting a joint war against Tigray. So maybe through Ethiopia, Djibouti wants to contact Eritrea, because people in Djibouti are openly accusing Eritrea that Eritrea is backing FRUD, and thousands of FRU fighters have their bases on Djibouti-Eritrea border, and some say on Eritrean side of the border as well. Let's see. Can Ethiopia play a role in the release of Djibouti's soldiers, or in the eradication of bases of FRUD in neighboring areas, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Djibouti, Eritrea border areas? Thank you for watching.